Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles in Minutes. Today I uncover emotional health and physical health and how you get out of pain emotionally or physically in a matter of minutes. And that's what Miracles in Minutes is about. Is after 21 years clinical practice and seeing people in chronic pain and why can't they get out of it quickly, I look for a solution. So a lot of things I learned in school and applied just didn't really work in the real world. That means patient comes in and we didn't get the result. So why not? So I'm going to cover three. So Nikolai Tesla was really big into three. If you don't know who he is, I strongly suggest you read about him. He's a very intelligent man. So let's just talk about the brain. We don't have one brain. We have three brains. You have a primitive brainstem, we have a midbrain, and we have a prefrontal cortex. It's involved in human movement. It's also involved in human emotion and thinking, and all that stuff's wired together. Okay, so there's no like I have just a body problem without having a thought problem. There's no I have a thought problem without having a body problem. So psychosomatic, somatic, psycho, whatever. It's not like a either or. It's a yes answer. Now, let's suppose you have chronic physical pain. You just can't seem to get anywhere. Sometimes I have a tight hip. Therefore, I should stretch my hip more, and I just keep stretching at it. Now, one of the rules I use in Miracles in Minutes is called Pareto's Law. And I don't know if you ever heard of it before, but Pareto's Law is a law, and it's in economics, and it works in everything. It's called 80-20 principle. It's what wealthy people do. What poor people do is they do the opposite end of Pareto's Law. What does that mean? So let's show Pareto's Law real quick, and we'll get into three and get into some other things. So Pareto's Law. In your life, 20% of the people that are your friends cause 80% of the problems in your life. That's Pareto's Law. If you run a business, 20% of your customers provide 80% of the revenue to your business. 80% only provide 20%. That's Pareto's Law. It exists everywhere. What it says is basically life isn't fair. That's the way it is. And it's skewed and biased towards almost like a windfall for some and a loss for everybody else. The 98%. If we don't accept the reality of this is the way life is, then we can't really deal with life and achieve any success. It'll just stay the same. To complain that life's unfair or that Pareto's Law exists doesn't really help you. So I'm going to take from a book called Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. And what they found out about rich people is they just think differently than everybody else. Their thoughts change how they feel. And when they take action, their actions do this. They work once and they get paid 8-10 times. A poor man will work once and get paid once. So you work all week, you trade your time for money, and at the end of the week you're like, oh, it just doesn't seem right. You know, I'm working so hard, I get paid so little. So that's Pareto's Law in effect. You're working hard and get very little results. Some people do this in communications. They do this in their marriage. Like they keep coming at it with the same way, the same thinking, and expecting a different result. You have to change the thinking to achieve Pareto's Law. Then your life gets easy, man. Easy. Pareto's Law. If you're not aware of it, I strongly suggest you take a look at it. It exists everywhere. Now, let's talk about I'm having some pain in my back, having some pain somewhere. Why is it not getting better? Well, if you don't understand your brain and body, then you're assuming you know. That's like I have a Ferrari and you go, hey, I've tuned up a Ford. I'm going to tune up your Ferrari. I'm like, dude, don't touch my car. You don't know what you're talking about. A Ferrari is not a Ford. The engineering behind it's different. The specs behind it are different. So it's ignorance. And ignorance doesn't mean stupid. It's like if you don't know what you don't know, then you can't interface with it and achieve a better result. So let's just cover three. How does your brain orient your body for alignment and posture? Eyes. Not just you can see, but there's reflexes. Can you see up close? Can you see far away? Can you track an object? Do you lose sight of the object? You know, is that tracking system working and functional and accurate? No? Great news. The brain's neuroplastic, means you can learn anything. You just train it. Just like going to the gym and working it out. You're going to work out your eye reflexes. Guess what happens? Next thing you know, you could be out of pain. Oh, my shoulder that didn't work forever, and like been stretching it and like keep doing it, and all of a sudden now it works. How did my eye exercise, Dr. Wood, help my shoulder? eye-hand coordination that was learned in early childhood. The eye reflexes started when we were kids, when we were babies. Next is inner ear. There's 3 circular canals in there, the fluid system. The brain, a lot of things that we see in technology actually are wired from the brain. When a pilot flies a plane, he has a gyroscope. He needs to know, where's the sky? Where's the water? If you don't know up from down, you think you're flying up. You're actually flying to the ocean. You're going to crash. So your brain has a fluid system that if your eyes ever check out, hey, you got a backup system. I still know where you are. You can't run fast. You can't move fast, but you can still move. So the inner ear. So the eye and inner ear are connected. This is why little kids like to spin on swings and play the merry-go-round and roll down hills. They're developing that eye-inner ear connection. So there's exercises to improve that. That could get you out of pain immediately. Your brain's trying to tell you, I've lost my middle ear connection between my eyes. I don't know where this person is in alignment. And now I have to slow down movement and make all their muscles tight. So you have tight muscles forever. You can stretch till the cows come home. Good luck. I tried it. Not saying you're wrong. Sometimes you do need stretching. But the brain doesn't even think stretch. It always thinks reach. What did a baby do for the first time? It reached. The baby reached for an object. A small child reaches for the cookie. It's a different way of thinking than stretch. Stretch is kind of going through the motions. Reach is a purposeful movement. The brain thinks purposeful movements. It doesn't think go to the firing range and blow off 800 bullets. The brain would prefer that you go to the firing range and see how many bullets you could shoot out of a round on bullseye. If you do 3 out of 3 on bullseye, that's a purposeful, skilled movement. The brain likes skills, not just, as I call an exercise, run around, jump up and down. So this is Dr. Wood covering Pareto's Law, covering 3, covering how to think differently, and helping you get the life you always wanted with a lot less effort. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.